Hello and welcome everybody. Yeah, here I am again, and this time with the EMAE stage 10 on a 400%. And yeah, you will see it's actually not that big of a deal also. Like if you're going ahead and getting a little bit of better gear, then it's also not that big of a deal. I mean, sometimes it could be rough because it's, yeah, probably some things are going not that well or not your way as you have planned it. But yeah, we are actually using, like most of the time, this, I would say, like overpowered combo of Reyna and Chloe Van, because this is actually pretty nice. You can lock him down, slow him with the S2 of Reyna, and then you can paralyze him also with the S2 of Chloe Van. And yeah, it's actually also not a boss that takes a long time, or let's say that much of attention from your side to like do the right thing, because the only thing you have to look out for is like you want to get him close to around 70%, and then you just go ahead and, yeah, like I do it in this case, is like I just put the S3 of Chloe Van on him just to go directly from his stage 2 or phase 2 into his phase 4, so you just can skip actually the phase 3. And if you skip the phase 3, you will have a lot less problems with this boss, I can tell you already, because normally he's getting, like one of them is getting immune to damage then, and he is going to gather up some HP in the meantime, and so it's like pretty hard to like focus on one of them. But if you are going ahead and you be able to skip phase 3, then it's actually a pretty easy boss, because as you can see, we are not doing anything different than on a Trent or on the T3. We're just going ahead and always trying to slow him and always trying to get the paralyze on him, and then we are just working him down to around this 70%, and then we are going to try to give him as much damage as possible. So as you can see here, I'm using the S3 of Chloe Van, and she's doing around like 10% damage already, so it's not that big of a deal. And as you can see, he instantly went to phase 3, and now they are both at the 61%. And what you want to do now is like to try to work them both down. So I would like say that you are actually want to, yeah, work more on the left one. Like if you don't have that high of a physical damage dealer, because as you can see, I'm using Arslan and he's not like doing that much of a damage because he has no skill ups. And so as you can see, we locked the left one and we paralyzed the right one. And what you want to look out for is actually that you are only doing physical damage on the left one and only magical damage on the right one. But as you can see, I'm using Freya for this, and it's pretty nice because you can give the barrier and you can also give the damage immunity with the S3. And you will see in the next few turns that I'm going to go ahead to put as much damage as possible on the left one, because it's like easier for me because I have all these heroes that do magical damage. So I will just like go ahead and put as much damage as possible on the left one. And with the barrier, it's pretty nice because you are not losing any HP on your heroes at the same time as you are attacking the left one. So as you can see, I'm just like working them both down, and yeah, as you can already see, it's like the right one is getting way more damage because you're attacking him with most of your heroes because they are doing magic damage. So that's in fact, but you will see that I'm shortly going to switch over to the left one, and as you can see, the damage gets absorbed anyways by the barrier, so it doesn't do anything to you. And what you want to look out for from this stage on is just like to keep them locked or to keep them paralyzed, so they don't get any moves, and yeah, it's actually also not that big of a deal, to be honest. As you can see, he's just like resisting sometimes, and also I guess this run didn't work out that well, to be honest, but it's also at the end of the day you will have no problem to finish them. As you can see, he resisted again, and he will resist some more times, but actually it's, yeah, doesn't really do anything to you, so they are not like able to kill your whole team in like one turn. So yeah, we will actually have no problem to finish this off. But yeah, as I told you, the main part of this boss is actually to bring him down to around 70% and then skip phase 3. So you want to do at least this 5% damage to him from 70 to 65, so you can skip this phase 3 and went instantly or go instantly to phase 4. And if you're achieving this, as you can see, it's not that big of a deal. You're just like working them down, like the left one, the right one, the left one, the right one, because what you want to look for is that you can actually kill both at the same time, more or less, like or like in one turn, because you have to kill him or have to kill them in a short amount of time then, because otherwise they will going to revive and then kill kill your whole team. So this is what you're looking for actually on the EMAE stage 10. And yeah, as you can see, it takes quite some time to work them down, but if you have like a stronger DPS physical damage dealer, then you will be able to do this in a way shorter time. So it's like, here it's like a little bit hard for me like to damage the left one, because as you can see, the Arslan, now I'm using the S3 of Arslan, and you will see he's not doing that great amounts of damage. As you can see, it was only 18k damage, and yeah, it takes some time, but to be honest, it's at the end of the day, it just comes down that you can do these bosses to get your gear. And so I actually don't care if it now takes like 2 minutes or 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because you only have to do it once per day if you do it on a 400%. So I rather do it like on 400% and be sure to be safe on that boss and to get all my rewards, instead of like trying to finish him in 2 minutes and then something is going wrong and I'm losing all my attacks for this day, because you're also going to lose all your gear on this day that you're going to get this reward. So yeah, as you can see, still working him down slowly. Now I'm just only working on the left one because the right one is already at 7%, and you can actually kill him with the 7% if you only use the S3 of Chloe Van. So I'm just going ahead and doing all the S1s, like the random attacks on the left one, and working with the Arslan as good as possible. And yeah, as you can see, it's taking some time, as I said before, and yeah, you just have to keep an eye on the right one, that you are going to paralyze him and also slow him with your arena, to that he is not going to move anymore, and yeah, then it's not that big of a deal. So I will just like let it run for you now, that you can see what I've already done. So as you can see, he's also like resisting a lot now, because it's most of the time, if it takes some time for you to kill the bosses, at the end they will resist a lot. And as you can see, I'm also putting the S3 of Chloe Van on the left one, because with the Freya S3 you're not getting any damage, so you can actually put your strongest skills on the left one, also if it's magic damage, so you won't get returned any damage. And yeah, now I'm just like going ahead and trying to stun them and get them down a little bit, but it didn't work out. And as you can see now, they are both free, so they are both not locked and also not paralyzed. Now I managed to paralyze the red one, and he's already at 0.77%. And at this point I was like a little bit, oh damn, this is probably not going to work because the red one was already that low. So now I'm really going ahead and just putting everything on the left one to get him as low as possible before the red one is going to die. So yeah, at the end of the day it worked out, I have to say. So it's not that big of a deal. Even if they like get free, then it's not that big of a deal. There I was like thinking about to use the S3 on the left one, but then Chloe Van would have died, what is also not that big of a deal because we have Fabian and I could like get her up again. But it was, yeah, it's not like that you have to do it because it's like not necessary. So as you can see now I put the S3 because I have the S3 from Freya, so we don't get any damage back, and now we have worked them both to a real low amount. So we kill off the left one first and then we kill off the right one, and as you can see it was pretty easy and we didn't get a lot of damage at the end of the day. And yeah, now we are going to get our rewards, and as you can see the rewards are pretty nice in this case because like rings and amulets are dropping not that often, I have to say, but sometimes as you can see you get like 2 or 3 of them. And yeah, that's about it actually. I hope you liked the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you have some questions on the bosses, just write them down in the comment section. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video again. Bye bye.